Hi everyone and welcome back. Today in this video, I'm going to share how to set up your demo lesson step by step. Now, from the moment you enter your classroom, how to manage the PowerPoint, how to manage your whiteboard or your interactive screen, how to manage the material, that means your handouts, your laptop, your smartboard projector, how to position yourself, your body language, your hand movements, your gestures, how to ensure that the students are hooked, and the last one, what if something goes wrong? What if the PowerPoint is not working? What if the students are not responding? How to respond to such situation while you're in the demo and you're being watched by the panel. So all these things are going to be discussed in this video, right? Now, remember, first thing, most of the teachers I see, they get nervous and it is so much reflecting on their face. So you need to breathe, you need to smile, be natural, okay? Make eye contact. You need to understand that in that demo lesson, you are not going to reinvent teaching. You are just there to show how to run a class smoothly. So for that, keep the lesson objectives simple and clear. For example, you are teaching difference between renewable and non-renewable energy. So the objective should be students will be able to identify the difference between renewable and non-renewable energy. It should be simple. Don't try to cram the entire textbook in those 20 minutes. And remember, the golden rule is keep it student center. You want kids to be talking more than what you are. So in your demo lesson, kids should be talking more than you are talking. Because here we love to see that the teachers are able to engage, not lecture, right? So first thing, how to set up the PowerPoint or the whiteboard before the panel enters. Now you need to know that before the panel enters your classroom, you will already be there. Some of the school staff will let you know that this is your class, and then the panel will be basically the principal or the vice principal or the head of the department will be informed that the teacher is already there. So you have 5-10 minutes to arrange yourself, right? Because we know the teacher needs some time to plan and to get the students settled down and everything, right? Now, in that case, you need to show the panel that before they enter, that you are ready, okay? Don't wait for the panel to enter and then you start setting things up. That's really awkward. So if it's a whiteboard, have your topic, your date, your lesson, objective already written in a neatly and a nice handwriting, not in a doctor's handwriting. It should be visible. If it's a PowerPoint, keep the slide one simple. For example, there is a title, there is an objective, and the font should be bigger, larger, no tiny fonts. And avoid using rainbow colors. Remember, you're not designing a wedding invitation. So keep it simple. With this, if it's already there, the moment the panel enters, what they see is the first impression that the teacher is ready. Because most of the time what happens, the panel enters, the teacher is still struggling with laptop, charger and writing it down, and the students are talking. That's really awkward. And that creates an added pressure on the teacher. So keep these things already done. That's the first thing. Second thing, how to manage material. Now please, don't be that teacher who is actually shuffling papers, which task to be given to which student. And the kids are talking, kids are staring at you, the panel also looking at you. And again, that's an added pressure. So as we have discussed in the previous video, you need to showcase differentiation. That means your task sheet or worksheet is supposed to have high achievers, low achievers and middle achievers. So take an average of 20. In that case, you can keep 4 worksheets as an high achiever at the first, then 8-10 middle achievers and 8-10 low achievers, right? And it should be stacked in this order so that when you're starting your starter question, you will already get an idea, as we discussed, that who are the high achievers. So you know that the 4 students, you're going to make them sit here, give them the 4 sheet. Who are the middle achievers? And low achievers is very easy to identify. Those who are just looking here and there like this or looking at the panel, these are the low achievers. So easy to identify, right? So that's the first thing. Now, if you are not using the whiteboard and let's say you're using a smartboard, then don't assume that or don't trust that the so-called interactive screen is going to work. Because trust me, most of the time, the technology in schools love to betray teachers at the most worst moment. So Always have a backup. For example, if while you are teaching, your smart board stopped working, your PPT is not there. So your activity should be such that you can still take over the class with that handouts and with the whiteboards. So this shows that you are solution seeker, you are spontaneous, how to manage materials, right? Third is how to position yourself. Now, when I say how to position yourself, please do not glue yourself to the whiteboard or to the screen as if it's your safety blanket, right? Move around, make eye contact, smile. When we talk about the voice-wise, you don't need to scream, but project. So there has to be an authority, right? Think of it like your voice should reach the last kid at the last row without sounding like you're announcing a cricket match, okay? As far as the body language is concerned, hands should always be moving around. It shows that you own the room. Even when you're explaining stuff, even when you are walking through the groups, make sure your body should not be stiff, right? Then moving on, how to use hook. Now, when I say how to hook students in the first 2 minutes, there can be many things. Either you can start with a story. Let's say if it's about renewable and non-renewable energy, you can just share an instant that today in the morning when I came to school for this lesson, I forgot to charge my phone and my laptop. And I was wondering that it's the worst day. So with this, the students actually can relate this thing. Or you can throw a question. Like for example, tell me what's that one thing that you cannot live without that needs electricity. Boom. You get students talking. Or you can show a visual as a hook question. That also works great. So this is basically the hook thing. Then the last thing, what if things go wrong? Because let's be honest, sometimes they will. And let's say that if the tech fails, that means if the smart board stopped working or the laptop got hang or the interactive screen is not working. In that case, smile. Don't panic. Don't let it come on your body language that what should I do and start looking at the panel. Just say like this, now we'll move forward in a classic way and make them focus on the whiteboard because you already have a backup, right? Because your activity is planned in such a way that even if this thing doesn't work or there is any error, then you can still make the classroom go. Second, and the most major thing which happens is because you do not know the students are not comfortable with you. So don't expect that you're going to put the question and students are going to be talking like anything. There are times when students will not respond. So in that case, don't beg. That means I've seen teachers, they are like, please tell me, you're imposing things, you're forcing things, okay? This shows your nervousness. So if such thing happens, you raise the question and you see that there is an awkward silence and nobody is able to answer. In that case, use think, pair, share. Say, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to discuss with your elbow partner and then I will hear responses from you. So you have saved that awkward silence. Now, to wrap it up, keep your lesson plan simple. Set the class before the panel enters. Manage your materials. Whatever handouts you have, it should be stacked in order. Own the room with your presence, your voice, your body language, and always have a backup plan. If you nail these, then your demo lesson will rock, right? And if you found this helpful, please hit that subscribe button because I have so much insights to share with you. Trust me, you don't want to miss that. Thank you so much. Have a great day.